What's up YouTube, Silver Dragons here, and in this video I'm going to tell you what the absolute worst type of silver you could be buying for stacking or investing. Ho ho ho, this one takes the cake. Alright, let's do it. Thank you so much for watching my video. I do sincerely appreciate it. If you want to learn more about investing in precious metals, or if you just want to watch awesome videos about gold and silver, make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Okay, so the worst type of silver you could possibly be buying. Now, I've actually made several videos in the past sort of talking about stuff like this, but I've done some more research. I've got some information to show you in this one, and wow, undoubtedly, this is the worst I could think of. No questions asked. Now, before I actually show you and talk about it, there's a few things I want to mention. Number one, there are some cases where it might be all right to be stacking this type of silver, and we're going to get to those at the end. So first, I'm going to make the case why this is undoubtedly the worst type, and then we'll talk about why it might not be so bad, but there's only a few reasons why it would be okay. So let's reveal it. You might have your guess. You might think you know what it is. It's not silver shot. I've talked about how that's bad in the past. That's not what it is. It's actually not. That's not as bad as I thought it was. It's not high premium silver. And the reason I'm not saying high premium silver is the worst, because a lot of times when you buy high premium silver, you're actually buying it because there's some numismatic value attached, right? Like semi-numismatic pieces, collectible pieces, whatever. And it is possible you could get some or all of that premium back in the future. That's not always the case. But with this type of silver here that I'm going to show you, it's a loser. Guaranteed. Oh, guaranteed it's a loser. All right, so we got a couple little bags here. This one was just, I guess, kind of to throw you off. This is junk silver. This is actually a great thing to be stacking. Yeah, we're not going to show you that. Here's the worst right here. Sterling.
And I half expected it to be made of wood.
Sterling silver, undoubtedly, is the worst type of silver you could be buying for stacking and investing. Now, hear me out. This is why. So I got a couple different pieces here. We got the little cross. This is just supposed to represent like jewelry or whatever. We got a spoon here. It's also like a little scooper deal. Kind of cool or whatever, I guess. And these up here are just spoons, right? So this is just sterling silver. Okay, this is the only sterling silver that I actually have. I have no more sterling than this. It's terrible to be buying. I mean, I have lots of types of silver, do not have a lot of this. Now, the reason it is so bad to be buying for stacking or investing is when you sell it, you will take a major hit. And it is way worse than I thought it was previously. So I actually went down to my refiner. I talked to them about how much they're going to pay you for this when you actually sell it. So I'll show you that in a sec. But if you don't believe me that people are actually buying this for stacking or buying this for investing in silver, let me show you the #1 bullion dealer in America and how much they're selling it for. All right, here we are, appmex.com, trapmex.com. We looked up sterling silver. All the way on the left, we got the cheapest option here, all right? 925 sterling silver, private mint, bars, or rounds. So, nice little pile of it there, right? Showing off some of the cool stuff you're going to get when you buy this. Okay, so they're charging, let's see, $27.39 for an ounce, and spot is $25.30. So I guess it's a little over $2 premium, which is funny because under the product details, it says only $3.99 per ounce over spot. So they haven't even updated their little deal here to actually reflect what they're charging. So it says purchasing generic sterling silver per ounce is one of the best options for low premium silver. Come on, Amex. Simply order the number of ounces you would like, and you will receive your metal quantity in bars and or rounds, and some may even be gold-plated. Oh my gosh, they're going to send me gold-plated? What a joke. All bars and or rounds guaranteed to be 0.925 fine silver. That doesn't make sense. Orders may contain all rounds, all bars, or a mixture of both. Order in 1 ounce increments. Then they try and push their little silica gel packets. Don't ever buy those. Okay, increase your silver holdings with just one purchase at a lower premium that individual silver listings. What? At a lower premium that individual silver listings. Okay, this is not even making sense. I don't know who wrote this. Add several ounces of 0.925 fine generic silver per ounce to your cart today. Items may be beautiful, ugly, commemorative, engraved, tarnished, plated, off-brand, or even a hidden treasure, but all are guaranteed 0.925 fine silver. Pieces, this is the important part here, pieces may or may not display weight. All right, products and sizes you'll receive will be our choosing, determined by stock on hand. So it might not even display the weight on there. So that's a big deal when it comes to resellability. All right, so there you have it. APMEX charging $2 an ounce over spot for sterling silver crap, okay? Which is ridiculous. You should never be paying over spot for sterling because when you sell it, you get so much less. So let me go ahead and show you what my local refiner is actually paying for sterling silver, and then we'll talk about why it might not be such a bad idea to be buying. So I go to AAA Precious Metals. Now, I got this quote on October 5th, so you can see that right there. And the price of silver at the time was $24.45. All right, so they got their prices for different stuff here. I don't know if you care about any of this, but you could pause it and look at how much they're charging for everything. So there you go. But all we really care about here is the scrap. So we'll show you right here, sterling scrap. So this is what they pay for it, okay? Now this individual, I really didn't get a good answer on why they have two separate prices, individual or public. They said if I was personally to bring in sterling silver crap, I'm calling it crap, scrap, that they would give me this price here, the $17.46 an ounce. But and maybe that's because I've got a relationship with them. I buy there like all the time. But you would probably just get public. All right. So if you're just some random dude off the street bringing in a bunch of sterling silver, you're probably going to get the public pricing, which is $15.02 per ounce, right? And with a spot price of $24.45, that means you're getting 61% of the spot price. Are you kidding me? 61%.
You are without doubt the worst
silver
I've ever heard of.
But you have heard of me.
That is absolutely terrible. And the price that they were giving me, the $17.46, that would be 71% of the spot price. So, wow, almost 30% below spot is what I'm going to get when I resell this. Now, one of the reasons I said pure silver shot actually wouldn't be as bad as this is because look what they're paying for silver shot right here. $9.99 silver, $21.52. So they're paying way more if you actually bring in silver shot, something that's 3/9 fine. They don't like the 0.925. You know, and here's the thing. This particular refiner, they refine in-house. Okay, they do everything there. They don't have to ship this out to some other company or whatever. So this is actually, you know, fairly reasonable prices that you could expect in your area. I know some places will probably charge or give you a little bit more than that. But, you know, I think this is a pretty good benchmark to go off of. This sterling silver stuff is just not a good idea for stacking. You know, one better option would be just buy generic silver rounds, all right? You can get generic silver rounds for like $2 over spot. In fact, right now, SD Bullion is doing a sale for generic silver rounds. It's their Freedom rounds, $2 over spot, all right? If you want to go check that out, I'll put a link down below in the description for SD Bullion. So way better option because when you go to resell those generic silver rounds, if you go to a coin shop, they're probably going to pay you right around spot or maybe even $1 under spot. But here's the thing. If you're getting paid $1 under spot, that's way better than getting paid a percentage under spot. And hear me out on this. Let's say, for example, silver, let's just say, to make it easy, silver goes up to $100 an ounce, okay, and you sell your generic silver rounds, if you get $1 under spot, you're getting $99 for each one of those generic silver rounds when you sell, okay? If you sell your sterling silver, you're only getting, 60 or 71% spot, so you're getting at best $71 for every ounce of sterling, and you paid the same if you bought the sterling silver off of APMEX, right? And so, this sterling silver stuff is just a terrible idea. And I mentioned, if it doesn't show the weight, that's a bad thing. It really is a bad thing, because it's harder to sell stuff that doesn't show the date, the weight, and the purity. So those are really the three main things you have to have when you're reselling to sell at a pretty decent price. And so I do not recommend sterling for stacking. Now, I did mention there's a few reasons why it might be okay for stacking. And one of those reasons is if you are buying sterling silver that's not like scrap like this, you're actually buying coins. There are a lot of sterling silver coins out there. These are pretty cool. These particular ones here are called onzas. These were what Mexico came out with before the Libertads. So really cool. They say 925 to the left of the scales right there, which is what you want to see. You want to see the purity, and then you also want to see the weight. So it has the weight down here, 33.625 grams. So each one of these actually is 1 ounce of silver. So that's cool. And then, of course, yes, they do have the date on them as well. So if you're buying stuff like this is actually okay for stacking. You probably will get spot for this or somewhere right around there. So that's okay. And then the other reason it would be okay to buy sterling silver is if it's your only option. So I did actually recently talk to one gentleman that lives in Brazil, and he was telling me that to buy silver for stacking, he's having to pay like $90 for 1 ounce of silver. I mean, that's ridiculous with the spot price of like 25. So $90 for an ounce of pure silver, that's rough. But he was saying he could get sterling silver for relatively close to spot. And so for him, it's just a much better option because of the premiums they charge. So if you live in a country like that, I get it. If it's your only option, if it's really your only reasonable option to be buying silver, then go for it. It's definitely better than nothing. It's definitely better than just holding fiat cash for all of your savings. But, other than that, I guess the only other reason I could see buying sterling being okay is if you're one of those people that can find it at garage sales, or, you go to the Salvation Army and you find those sterling silver picture frames or whatever, and you buy it for like, a few pennies, then obviously, yeah, it's great to be buying. But typically people, when they're trying to invest into silver or stack silver, they're going to be buying in bulk, not buying individually. And so if you're buying in bulk, do not buy sterling. I really can't emphasize it enough. Not a great idea. So I want to ask you, is there anything I missed in this video? Are there any good reasons to be buying sterling silver? Maybe refine it yourself or something like that. But, a lot of us aren't going to be doing that. So I invite you to leave a comment down below. Let me know. And also, what do you think about the negative aspects for buying sterling silver? What does your local refiner charge when they buy it back from you? I'd love to know what everyone else's local refiner charges. Please leave a comment. And I want to say a massive thank you so much for watching this video. And I'll see you all in my next one. Silver Dragons out.